Hello, loved ones. Welcome to another From My Heart to Yours episode. I am Marlene of Love Marlene 411, and welcome to today's From My Heart to Yours. I feel that this is a topic that I definitely wanted to share and to talk about. Hey, Miss Tamika, how are you doing? Welcome. I really appreciate you being here. Happy Saturday to you. Today, I wanted to talk about a From My Heart to Yours series. We haven't done one in a while, and I felt like a good way to come back and do another one of these is to talk about something I've been wanting to talk about. And that is speaking on abandonment. And many people have been abandoned in their life for various reasons. But today's topic is abandonment doesn't mean inadequate. Many of us have been abandoned for various reasons, whether it's through a parent abandoning, it could be a sibling, a grandparent, an aunt, maybe someone who raised you walked away. But just because somebody walked away and abandoned you and left you, it doesn't mean that you are inadequate in any way. I definitely wanted to talk about this because I really don't hear a lot of people talking about, the residual, the after effects of abandonment. uh, this I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or this is StreamYard, but I'm definitely buffering today, but I'm still going to push through. Hey Nate, how are you doing? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Happy Saturday to you. So abandonment doesn't mean inadequate, and many people get abandoned. But we first have to say this, that being abandoned hurts. It definitely does. Nobody likes to feel just left, for whatever reason. And I know that many of us may have questioned, why were we abandoned? Why did we leave? Why did they leave? Why did they leave us? And you have this resentment, this anger, even sometimes feelings of worthlessness. We doubt our abilities. We doubt if we were a good person, or we think, what could we have done so bad to deserve being left, especially if it's a parent or it's a spouse or significant other. Those, you know, type of abandonment hurts very much. And it's not something that we can just ignore and just say, like, it never happened to me, because it has. And I also want to add into those who have been abandoned and given up to the foster care system because of whatever reason, because of the parent is just not a suitable parent. But being abandoned hurts. I want to start off this discussion by saying that being abandoned definitely hurts. It's not a good feeling. It's not a nice feeling to be abandoned. But what I wanted to say is being abandoned does not make you inadequate. Now, adequate means to be sufficient, enough, full. And as human beings, as grown women, as grown men, if we don't resolve some issues from our past, we will be looking for that in romantic relationships, with friendships, in business. We will always be seeking for other people to fill up where we were left. And it can cause us many times to have jealousy, anger, very controlling of the time of others, because you feel like yet another person in my life will leave me. So, just like my therapist always says, that you have to get underneath your pain, you have to get to the root source of what you're feeling so that you don't repeat the cycle. And Why this is a from my heart to yours is because I know what it feels like to be abandoned, and not to be abandoned and left, but to be abandoned emotionally, and not having that emotional support from a parent. You know, it's an awful feeling when you don't feel like getting the hugs and the kisses and the comfort and the to be reassured that you're loved and special as their child. And I know that there's many of you loved ones that have been abandoned by a parent, whether it's your mother or your father or whoever it is that raised you, and it definitely hurts. But I want to have this conversation to let all of you loved ones know that because somebody left you does not mean you were insufficient. It's a flaw inside of them. It's a flaw inside of that person. It has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. And we have to put that out there, for everybody to, I want to speak about that and say how important it is for us to work on ourself and to not feel that we're insufficient or we're not special, we're not smart enough. And we can get those sort of traumas, with that, those sort of feelings, that sort of feeling like you stay in that position for the rest of your life because you were very young as a child, you were abandoned. Or it could be maybe in your teen years or maybe your early adulthood. Maybe you were abandoned via a marriage, a romantic relationship, or maybe you were abandoned many times and stranded by friendships, or maybe you were abandoned via a business deal or something that involves your money. So whenever we go through situations in our life and we get abandoned by someone, you get abandoned by your parent, you get abandoned by your relationship, it doesn't stop it from hurting. We're all human beings and we all have feelings. And even when we say to ourselves, oh, it doesn't matter, you try your best to ignore it. You try your best to push through the hurt and the pain that you're feeling. But it's very important for us to remember that it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. Thank you so much for dropping emojis, Tamika. I really do appreciate it. And the thing about it is that, yes, that abandonment, it hurts. It's not comfortable. It does definitely make you feel sad. But I want all of you loved ones to understand that, yes, it can be very traumatic. Yes, it can be very painful, but we have to place the blame where it lies. Many of us have had a lot of issues with going to finding what we lost, like going to try to seek the love that we didn't get from our mother, or the love that you didn't get from your father, or, feeling abandoned in your marriage, feeling abandoned from your romantic relationship. And then that gives you some sort of controlling or triggering behaviors. And we have to fix that. We have to fix ourselves. We can't do anything about the one that left us behind and didn't do what they were supposed to do. But what we can do is we can work on ourselves. We can make it so that we're sure that we're okay. Even if that person who left us behind was not okay, we can't use that as an excuse, as a way of, getting away from, our pain and our hurt. Yes, we hurt, but we cannot use that hurt and then hurt another person. See, until we learn to heal our situation, we learn to heal the ones that hurt us, and to be able to have those said conversations. I was hurt, I was abandoned, I was left. And I'm going to take for a moment and shout out all of you single parents who have been abandoned in your relationship, um, for one reason or the other. your baby's father, your baby's mother left the picture, and you are left to parent a child. And being a parent is one of the hardest, but also the most fulfilling things that you can ever do in your entire life. But it is very hard to do things on your own because a woman can only be a woman and a man can only be a man. There's certain things that you just cannot give. But of course, you do your best. You do your best and try to be the best parent that you can. But it hurts when you don't understand why someone left you. Why did they walk away? Why did they treat me the way that they treated me? We always want to question that, but it's okay. It's okay that they left us. And I know that you're going to say, like, what are you talking about, Marlene? Because what we don't want is we don't want people to stick around in our life that don't care about us, that don't love us, and that don't support us. And it is definitely okay to say, I need a break from certain individuals in my life because they are bringing me pain. They're hurting me. They're giving me doubts. They're making me question my worth and my ability. They're stopping me from loving myself. They're stopping me from using my gifts and my potential. And sometimes individuals leave our life. I believe that 100%, that certain people, they leave our life because they just don't know how to be there 100% for us the way that we deserve. So because of that, we have to do better. We have to do better for ourselves, and we have to do better for the future. You have to do better for your children and everyone else that is involved. So, you just do the best that you can as a woman, or you do the best that you can as a man. This channel is devoted to, healing from your past, healing from your past issues, your past pain, and your past hurt, and being mature enough to say, this is what happened to me, but I don't want to do this to either my children, or I don't want to do this to my my next person that I'm in a romantic relationship with, or I want to learn how to not run away when I'm scared. See, that's one of the best things that happens when we experience personal growth. We can understand the reason why maybe somebody walked away and left us because they didn't know themselves, they didn't love themselves, or they just didn't know how to say they were scared. And it's nothing wrong with feeling that way and saying it out loud. I'm scared right now, but also because we seek solutions, we seek an answer, a way of getting through the situation. So when we are faced with fears, when we're faced with things that may scare us or make us nervous, we're not ones to run away because we know ourselves, we love ourselves, and we know our talents and our gifts. And not everybody gets to that space and that position in their life to be able to know themselves enough to say, I really am good at X, Y, and Z. These are my gifts, these are my talents, and learning how to monetize our talents and learning how to monetize your gifts. But just because you get abandoned, just because you go through certain issues in your life, just because somebody left you, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. And I want to get into that right now. Yes. Don't feel like something is wrong with you because they left. And a lot of us, we will blame ourselves and say, oh, because I did this or because I did that. And especially when you're a child, you blame yourself. I'm the reason why my parent left. I'm the reason why my parents divorced. I'm the reason why, my parent may have passed away. I'm the reason. So we have to stop blaming ourselves for when someone made their own decision to walk away. They are the ones that made the decision to leave you, whether it's your parent, whether it's you in a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whatever it is. If a person chooses to leave, then let them leave. It's probably for your best, and it doesn't feel like that when you're going through the situation. I'm not saying it like, oh, when somebody leaves you, it's going to feel good. It never feels good when somebody walks away and leaves us. That hurts. That gives you a sort of complex. It makes you feel insufficient, or you doubt yourself. What have I ever done to deserve this when I am a good person? So we have to not go inside of ourselves and blame ourselves for why they left, but we also have to become accountable for, if it's a romantic relationship, also what did we do, and learning to fix that and heal it so that we will be good for whoever it is that we choose next, if we choose to be in a relationship again. So I just wanted to fill up everyone's cup, to all of you loved ones, and let you know that just because somebody left you, just because another person does not do the right thing, it doesn't mean that there is something wrong with you. I want to put out that positive message and let you all know that just because somebody left, it doesn't mean that you are inadequate. We are not inadequate because people leave us. That's their issue, that's their problem, and we cannot fix another person. We cannot make a person change. We cannot make a person grow up or become mature. We have to just do the best that we can. Be a better woman, be a better man, be strong. And when you get those issues, when you feel those complexes, don't be afraid to talk to somebody. Don't be afraid to say, when I was this age, or when this happened to me, this is how I felt. I felt like, why did this happen to me? Why did they leave? And if we don't fix that, it's going to show up in other ways via jealousy or controlling. But abandonment just does not go away. We have to face, I was abandoned, this person hurt me, I was disappointed, this hurt, this affected my self esteem. But today, as an adult, we have to communicate how we felt, what we went through, and what it did to us, so that we fix that on the inside, so that we don't scar and hurt another person, whether it's your kids or whether it's the next relationship that you have. See, because we know better, we want better, and we're in the position to elevate because we love ourselves. Don't think because you were abandoned by whatever means, your baby's father or mother, your parents, your friends, your romantic relationship, whoever left you, whoever abandoned you, it doesn't mean that you are any less. I wanted to come in with this message and to say that to all of you single parents, all of you children who have been abandoned by your parents. And I also forgot to add in those who have been abandoned because your parent maybe have been incarcerated, maybe your whole life or the majority of your life. There's lots of ways that you can be abandoned, even if you grow up in a loving environment, but all you were seeking is you wanted to have your mother or your father or your grandparent, your aunt, your brother, um, and you just don't understand why they didn't do right by you, or why did they choose a vice, why did they choose alcohol or drugs or whatever it is, or relationships over you. And all of that hurts. The abandonment doesn't feel good, but I wanted to put out this positive message to let you all know, all you loved ones, that just because somebody left you, it doesn't make you inadequate. You are somebody, you have worth, you are strong, and you are enough. Put that inside of yourself and remind yourself of that. Even anytime when you feel inadequate, when you feel like you're strong enough, when you doubt yourself, or when you fear, you are enough. And other people sometimes don't deserve to have us in their life. Let's see what's going on in the comment section. Yes, it does, Tamika. This Wi Fi today. My goodness. This Wi Fi today. Yes, it really does hurt. It really does. It hurts really bad when someone abandons us. But I wanted to put this message out to encourage anybody who needs to hear it, the parents, the children, the siblings, the spouses, the divorcees, the anybody who has ever been abandoned, and even abandoned in friendships, maybe not feeling accepted in a group. I think we're going to talk about that on the next From My Heart to Yours. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. And abandonment doesn't mean inadequate. Know your worth, everybody. I'll see you guys on the next From My Heart to Yours. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see all of my members for Marlene Motivates for the Empowerment Conference in another hour or so. Bye bye, everybody.